I gave you too much warning. But you got on there on the Would You Rather show. And you were like, oh, yeah, Nate's not with us. The old normal recording time just kind of snuck up on him. Listen, smartass, we weren't going to record Monday because you're a little B word sometimes. And Monday is your tough day. And you have a long day and you're on the radio. And then all of a sudden at 7:10, Kyle's like, hey, I'm going to do a pod. And you're like, in, sounds good. See you there. I'm at dinner because I already made plans because we weren't going to record Monday because Ben may not be able to stay up all the way till 7:30.
Okay.
And then you mocked me openly on a podcast.
And for the world to hear. And he's
that serves him right. He got frozen. He got cut off because he's completely wrong in this.
I think he's got a point, but he's a little bit too aggressive. He's a little bit too aggressive. We weren't going to record, and then I was like, I'm going to jump and do a solo pod because the Mickelson stuff, somebody had to talk about it. And then
at that point I was like, caught my second win. I was good to go.
I got you. Well, Nate, we're going to have you like exit out and jump back in or something because you're completely frozen. It's hilarious. You're frozen like this.
I think it's funny. This is what happens when you start yelling at people. This is what goes down. You know,
shout it. He shouted it out, and he's out.
Yeah.
He shouted his modem down. He shouted his internet right out.
Now that he's not here to defend himself.
Yeah, exactly. Man, I got a tease. I got an ad that some new Nike Air Maxes golf shoes came out, but it was women's.
Yeah.
So
You're back, Nate. This is what you get for yelling at somebody.
Yeah, it paid you back, I guess, for that. Can you hear us?
Is he frozen
and he's frozen again.
And he's frozen. Yeah, he's going to need to reboot his computer. This has turned out to be a complete
cluster.
Yeah, nightmare.
It'll be all right.
Maybe there was a good reason he wasn't on the pod twice this week.
Uh-oh. Come on, Nate. Come on, Nate. We got to go. Ben, have you played golf this week?
No.
I played today, and it was uninspiring. It was uninspiring.
How'd you do?
I am hitting the ball so good from fairway to green.
That's a lie. Sunday is considered this week. I played Sunday.
I got you. I'm hitting the ball so good from when I'm in play. I'm hitting the ball so good. I'm really struggling figuring out the shot I want to hit off the tee box. I can't figure out if I want to just eat it and not hit it very far and hit a spinny cut out there and be in play, or if I want to try to make this draw work. I think I'm just going to start playing to be in play and just hit the cut off the tee.
You hit it so far, even a spinny cut goes far enough.
Yeah.
And you hit your iron so well, like there's no point in you trying to, I mean, as Lee Trevino always said, you can't control a draw.
You can't listen.
Yeah. You think that you hit a draw and you hit it so well, like numerous times, and you fall in love with it. And then all of a sudden it either turns into a block right or just
goes double. It goes both ways. And when I take my natural driver swing, it's going to cut every time. Like it's just a matter of how much it's going to cut. Like the hook, the draw goes both ways. And I end up, but it's just so fun. It's just so fun to throw one out there and reel it back in, and it goes out there and just goes forever.
But as solid as you hit your irons.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, you're definitely right.
There's no reason, like if I hit my irons as solid as you hit your irons, I'd even be taking 3 woods off the tee just to be in place.
Yeah, just get it in play. I played a course this past weekend, and I did that. I was like, I'm just going to just play to be in play. I hit like out of all the fairways you can hit in the 9 holes in the front 9, I think I hit all of them. I had an advanceable shot. Blaine calls it advanceable. I had an advanceable shot at the green every single time, and I shot 1 over par. And the only reason I had a bogey at all was because the greens were terrible, and I left one short, and I had to lag putt, and it was like lag putting through a Plinko board. You know, it was just bouncing all over the place. So
I mean, you've seen that day that I shot in the mid to high 70s with you, and you're like, you hit it so well that like I just didn't miss fairways.
No, you're in play every time. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to suck it up, lose some distance, and just be in play. I think that's what I'm going to do.
Hey, Nate, you feel better about yourself now? You caused your computer shut down from screaming
Actually,
at me?
my Wi-Fi heard the story and it was so pissed off at you that it shut down for me.
It overheated.
2 things that you're wrong about. Number
Okay.
one was you're right. The one part you're right. It was Monday where I jumped on last minute with Kyle, even though you'd already made plans. It was not the Would You Rather Wednesday show. See, you got a little overheated and you really mixed up your days. If you hadn't missed 2 days in a row, this wouldn't be an issue. But
I think that's just semantics.
That's the problem.
I can't remember. I think the comment was not on Would You Rather Wednesday. I think it was actually the Tuesday show.
It was the Tuesday.
But we could have done Would You Rather Wednesday. I'm actually somewhat slightly annoyed at both of you because you changed it all up on me last minute after I made plans, after we committed to doing it a certain way, which I was fine with. And then Kyle switched it up, and then you decided to join Kyle and switch up, and I got left holding a bag of Cracker Barrel leftovers.
I couldn't do it. We had.
I mean, you came out on top, honestly.
But then you had to committed to us not doing. You committed to only us doing 2 shows.
You're right. But
yes,
I couldn't let the Phil.
I
could not let the Phil Mickelson stuff go, and that's why I said I would do it by myself. I was going to do it by myself.
We've received tons of comments on the Phil Mickelson show,
and you said, "Hey, Nate, could you do it at?" Yeah, I mean, in 15 minutes later, I could have been there. I think that's what really
766 views. It was worth it.
So imagine what it would have been if Nate had been on that.
We're good. We're good.
Right.
That those key search terms are what gets you.
I do feel better though.
Good. I'm glad you had some time off. You're recharged. You're ready to go. And let's talk about Tiger Woods tonight. It's episode 155, and let's just go ahead. Let me get my sick nasty.
While you were gone, Kyle's debating whether to keep playing a draw and hitting it all over the place or hitting his buttercut out there and keeping it in play while you were not on the pod.
He's just got to make a little bit of club adjustment.
Yeah. What's that mean?
Well, I mean, you're gonna have to start hitting one extra club.
Yeah.
And that's what I told him when you weren't on. I said he hits his iron so solid and so well. That's just dumb for him to be playing out of the woods. He should just hit it out in the fairway. And I mean, he hits his 5 iron as good as I hit my 7 iron, like as far as distance, like getting it to the green and making it sit down just because of his high ball flight and all that. Like that's crazy for him to.
I agree. Just suck it up. If you can only hit it 260, if you can only hit it 260 off the tee, who cares?
260.
You'll be in the middle of the fairway.
Okay, yeah, thanks.
Not the 300.
260 will get you around all over this area. Yeah. Let me just tell you.
I'm with you. We're just gonna do it. All right, episode 154, and here we go. What's up, everybody? We're back again. It's episode 155, Friday of the Dadbod Golf Pod, and the whole gang is back together.
Hey, Nate.
We're fired up.
Benjamin.
We're fired up. We're ready to go. We got some fun stuff. We love each other. We're best friends. We're the 3 best friends that anyone could have. And we're ready to talk about golf. We're ready to talk about Tiger Woods. We're ready to talk about the Masters. We're ready to talk about the match play. And tonight's episode is brought to you by Betonline, the #1 sports betting website in the whole entire world. Today's Friday. You got Sweet 16 action going. I think the second half of the Sweet 16 action going tonight. Had some Sweet 16 action on Thursday night. Got Elite 8 Saturday, Elite 8 Sunday. Tons of betting action that can go over the weekend. Sign up today. Use coupon code BLEAV, BLEAV. Get a 50% bonus. Give them $100. They're going to stack 50 more on top of it. You got $100. You got $150 to roll with on the weekend. Let's go, man. Make some money. Bet online. Where the game starts. Gentlemen.
Yes.
It's rumor time. Are y'all ready for some little rumor
action? With it.
We have some credible info that we've been given that Big Cat Eldrick Tiger Woods will be playing in the Masters in 2 weeks. 2022, Augusta, Georgia, Augusta National. Big Cat back on the course. Will it happen? We're fired up. Guys, what do you think about what we heard today? Do you believe it? Or is it just a thing that you want to make it, you want it to be true, so you're going to believe it? what's the expectations? Like, what do we think? What do we think about that information?
Let me answer your first two questions.
All right, hit it.
Yes, I believe it.
All right.
However, I don't want to get my hopes up because he's literally a wrong step out on the golf course from completely ruining it and not being out there.
Yeah.
Like a misstep.
I couldn't disagree more.
I know they say that about a lot of people because look at DJ. Well, we knew you were going to disagree with everything I said tonight because you came in pissed.
But your takes are generally trash. So
well, hey, you said one misstep and then you went. You're like, you made a good point. Dustin Johnson, one misstep.
One misstep.
So the whole field is one step away from falling down a flight of stairs.
Yes, the whole field will
probably go by a flight of stairs.
Their left leg. There's a difference. There's a difference because they're not coming off a surgery and been out of golf for the last full year. So that's you can't make that comparable. That's not apples and oranges. I mean, that's an apples and oranges conversation. So he is literally an ankle turn or swinging the wrong way
is he though?
I don't know, man. I don't know how much of it was acting, but he seriously, that last day that he played with Charlie in that tournament. Now that's been a month and a half, 2 months ago, but still that last day on 16, 17, and 18, just with him having to be out of the cart and walk a little bit, he was moving way slower than he was the first day.
Yeah.
And this is going to be, if he makes the cut, this is going to be 4 days.
Tiger has he has a little bit of a, he likes a little bit of the dramatics though. Yeah. So like, I'm not saying he's faking, but like, he definitely likes the dramatics of the whole situation. Nate, what do you think?
So I do agree. We just have so little to compare it to because the PNC is it's not a real golf tournament. Obviously, you get to ride in a cart, but it was also it'll be close to 4 full months from the time he teased up to the PNC to the time he teased up the Masters. He's got to have the absolute best physical therapy that's available to mankind on the earth. And if he can swing a golf club, even at 80%, 4 months later, you can make a lot of progress in 4 months. And I mean, we'd be over a full year after the accident. Mm-hmm. I mean, I know his body is broken down, and if he was 25, this would not be an issue, but he's
46 or 7.
I think he just turned 46.
46 or 7 with a body that's like with a 70-year-old's body.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All that being said, I think we have to believe him when he says that he would not be playing if he was like on the verge of not being able to play.
He's also said he wouldn't play unless he thought he could compete.
Exactly.
I believe him when he says that, whether or not he, there's no way for him to prepare. I'm sure he's been prepared. There's no, he's not going to play in any of the competitive events, but I would say if you didn't know he was in a car wreck, you wouldn't notice. That's what I'm.
I will say this: Kyle's right on the drama issue because it was 3 weeks before the PNC where he was caught by the paparazzi walking around on a crutch, and then all of a sudden he's out there walking around hitting golf balls,
flying at 286.
Yeah, flying at 286. So it was like, okay, was the crutch needed? Did he know paparazzi was going to be with the full lenses and the bushes and taking pictures while he was out there? Like, it does make you wonder.
No, I'm with you. I've said this from the beginning. My timetable from when I thought he would be back till the way he pumped the ball out there and the way he hit the ball at the PNC, drastically changed for me. So to me at the PNC game wise, he's there. Like there's probably some little things he's got to clean up. Like there's probably some short game stuff I'm sure he's got to clean up, maybe some putting stuff, but like being able to hit the ball that far, that consistent, that is something that I did not expect to be there that fast. And it's there. And now it's just, he's had, like Nate said, 4 months to get his legs, to get his body in shape, to be able to take the pounding of walking. And I mean, after what we heard today, I think it's going to be, I think he's going to be there, and there's going to be a pretty big, maybe marketing push around a certain thing that Tiger's involved with. And I think it's going to be a big deal. I think he's going to be there. With that being said, under the assumption that he's going to be there, what should be our expectations? What should be our expectations here?
Because it's Augusta, and he loves it, and he knows that course like the back of his hand.
Yeah.
And if he can pump it out there 280 is going to get him around Augusta. If he's hitting it straight, I think he makes the cut, but I don't think he's in contention.
Yeah.
That's my expectation. Now, some people I've said that like around the office, and everybody's like left there like, no chance he makes the cut. I'm like, if it were if you're talking about Torrey, St. Andrews, Augusta, these courses that Tiger just Pebble Beach, that Tiger has just owned through the years, that he knows where to hit it and where to miss it.
Yeah.
That's the difference. If he were randomly showing up at the, even though he's done well,
Valspar,
if he showed up at the, or the WGC, because he hasn't played in Austin, if he shows up this weekend, he probably gets put out first round and doesn't win a match against anybody and looks absolutely awful. But
except for Abraham Answer or Joaquin Neiman, looks like anybody could beat him this weekend.
Exactly. He's all over the place.
Easy to confuse the two. They look a lot alike.
Nate, what are you thinking expectation wise? What's your idea?
I hate agreeing with Ben. But no, I would say,
especially tonight,
I would say making the cut would be a huge win. I would say that would be like Tiger's back. Like I say that's standard. And I would even go so far as if he doesn't make the cut, but he plays 2 decent rounds and you can tell that he's not very far off, then I'd also say that's a win.
CBS damn sure wants him making the cut. I can promise you that.
Oh yeah, that weekend. You're kidding me. No.
Hey, can we move the cut line? I know Tiger's 8 over, but can we just move it?
No, he's right outside of that 10 strokes back.
It would be absolutely
13.
It would be absolutely hilarious if the Masters, who plays by their own rules, goes, you know what? We've decided no cut. How about that?
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
Tiger makes a triple, and then 3 minutes later, there's no cut.
No cut. We're not having a cut.
I fully expect him, if he plays in this tournament, I fully expect him to make the cut. And I fully expect him to be in the mix sometime Saturday, and then probably fade a little bit. That's kind of I think adrenaline can get him so far.
Within his finish is what? Top 25? Top 30?
Top 30.
Okay.
Which I would think would be absolutely fantastic if that could happen. That's kind of what I'm thinking. But you got to think there's only like what, 60-ish that make the cut typically. Yeah. There's not that many.
I think 70 make the cut. I feel like I just remember seeing a leaderboard where the 70th is like the last place or something.
It's within 10 strokes of the lead and ties or something like that, isn't it?
But sometimes that's only like 27 dudes. So it's one or the other.
It's top.
If you got a guy who runs away from the field a little bit, there's only going to be 25 or 30 people within 10 strokes.
Yeah. It's something. There is a 10-stroke something. I don't know
exactly. That comes into effect, but most of the time they end up having to take the kind of more standard cut.
Gotcha. Yeah. So I finish better than half of the field that makes the cut. That's kind of where I'm. If he plays, that's exactly where I expect him to be. Somewhere he's going to make the cut, sort of kind of be close, maybe within 4 or 5 shots going into Saturday, and do some exciting stuff maybe early on, and then sort of wane a little bit. Maybe get around like number 5 or something like that. That's just going to be a brutal hole for him. Have to hit up the hill. It's going to play 500 yards and par 4, carry it all the way up the hill, and then probably have to hit another like 4-iron, into the green, or 5-wood or something like that into the green. It's going to be tough. But man, can you imagine the electricity? I mean, we'll find out. I mean, Sunday, right? Or is it two Sundays from now? It's 2 Sundays from now. It's not this Sunday. It's the following Sunday, correct?
The following Sunday. He has to announce the week of.
Yeah, which is let's just make sure we're right about that. Let's Masters 2022 is let's see the dates. That is April 7th through the 10th.
Yep.
So this Sunday's March 27th. The following Sunday is the 3rd. So by the 3rd, we'll know. So in less than it's about 10 days from now. So in 10 days, on that Sunday or Saturday before, when it comes out that he's playing, like, he automatically wins the PIP. I guess if they have the pip, like he wins it right there. If he puts it when he puts out a tweet or whatever, he wins the he wins.
Phil could definitely win the pip this year.
And then it'll announce it, and then he'll. Well, yeah, I get what you're saying. Yeah, Phil could win. They'll announce that he won, and then they'll actually tell everybody that Tiger won. And then he gets to do the funny whoops tweet. But yeah, wow. I never ever thought we'd be here this fast, but it's pretty exciting. Shifting gear. Or go ahead.
Did I can't remember, but I feel like I mentioned this when we talked about our Tiger timeline or return timeline.
Yeah.
I think both of you were right around Augusta. I said Open Championship is what my prediction was.
I didn't. I was Zozo. I was Zozo in October.
This year.
No, October of next year, of this coming up year, but it would have been the following season.
It would have been the next season. So you had him missing the whole season.
Zozo 2022.
So Nate was the only one that said Augusta, because I said St. Andrews just because it was St. Andrews.
Just wishful thinking.
I changed my answer after the PNC. After the PNC, I said St. Andrews, but I still didn't think the Masters was an option. But after we got our little piece of intel today, I think it's going down. I think it's going down, and it's like I can't wrap my head around it how excited I am. I'm so excited I might go make a bid on his irons. I probably don't have enough equity
they're expected to go for $1 million.
Yeah. So if you don't know what we're talking about, the Tiger Slam irons, okay? The Titleist 2-through pitching wedge, Titleist forged irons, and 2 custom Vokey wedges that he played with from 2000 2001, part of the historic feat known as the Tiger Slam, are now up for auction for the second time, I believe. And they're expected to go for over $1 million. I want to say the last bid I saw was somewhere around like $650,000. Wow.
Gentlemen, if you win these irons, if somebody gives them to you, if they win it and they say,
I know what you're about to ask. Go ahead.
Are you going to play with them?
Hell yes.
Yeah.
At least one round. Like,
let me ask you this: when you're playing, let's say they got the tee box moved over close to the water, and you're playing on 8. How tight are you holding that club? Or if you do accidentally let go, you're going diving in. It doesn't matter.
Oh, it's full scuba gear.
Our buddy Dustin threw a club in there after a shot, and then was like, "Oh, I need that," and he went down to those skivvies and got in that lake and got it.
He threw another pretty important club in the water. I heard on number 8 before.
He had been participating in alcoholic beverages. Hits it over the green. He's in a 2-man scramble, and his partner is just like annoyed at this point. He turns his wedge upside down and chips with it left-handed upside down for no other reason than because he's hammered, and makes the chip and then launches the wedge probably 70 yards into the middle of the water.
And whose was it?
It was Duffner's.
It was a Jason Duffner wedge.
Are you serious?
That he had been gifted.
Yeah. Turns it upside down, chips left-handed, makes it.
Oh, so he chipped left-handed with the toe down.
Turns it upside down and chips left-handed, makes it. Yeah. On a hole that he's made 2 hole-in-ones on 4 months apart.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Did he go get it?
No, that wasn't the one he wouldn't get. I mean, you couldn't get. That was 70 yards out. You weren't going to get that one.
Yeah.
The one he went and got was probably 20 yards off.
If you got to really want it to go get that one.
Yeah. I mean, he was definitely drunk enough too. But
it's down in the muck and the mire right now. Just completely
crocodile, just chewing on it like a bone.
Engulfed. But no, so these irons, and what's great is like you can scroll through the pictures of them, and I guess they really honed in on the 8 iron, which apparently that's Tiger's sweet spot iron. There is a dime, it's a dime, size of a dime. Like there's literally the whole iron is perfect. The grooves look perfect, and there is a little size of a dime size wear spot right in the freaking screws. I mean, if you took a ruler and you measured the distance between the outside edges to the edge of the grooves, I guarantee you they would be like laser exact, dead in the middle of the face.
I think it was on Instagram or something like that. Golf RX or whatever. It was like Tiger's 8-iron, my 8-iron, and it basically was all over the face of the club.
Yeah, just black all everywhere.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
the ball marks all over, all the way up the hosel. Like it was ridiculous. And so I was like, yeah, that's pretty much every golfer. If I had made, I can't believe he ever got rid of that 8-iron. Like that's one that club like that stays. I mean, that's got to stay in your bag, right?
So here's my question.
Go ahead.
How do those clubs get from wherever Tiger puts them when he's done with them to here?
So if I have the story correct, he auctioned
them off for the Tiger Woods Foundation, I think, years ago, didn't he?
He's already auctioned them off once in 2010. And I don't know what they went for, but it was like they were displayed in like this Houston, Texas office complex. Like some investment group or something bought them, and they were in this office complex. And then now they're auctioning them off, like they're putting them up for auction. So that's where we're at, number 2. The number 2
company not doing well, huh, Bob?
We need some cash flow.
Hey, where can we cut costs? Well, we've got about $650,000 tied up in a set of irons. Now let's auction them off.
Let's go. The market's hot. Let's go bump it. Let's go pound it. The market's down. Let's go buy.
I mean, what if you get those for $1 million and then he wins the Masters and all of a sudden they're worth $2 million?
They're back on the market next week. Yeah, there is no doubt.
I put them things on eBay. No, but how cool is it? You go to somebody's house and be like, "Yeah, I've got some cool memorabilia. You know, I've got this pair of pants from Jack Nicklaus and Tiger Slam irons. Actually,
every one of them.
Yep, all of them. Actually, the 8-irons upstairs. I sleep with it."
I've worn another spot in them.
There is no. I will say, if those are gifted to me, if somebody just randomly says, "You know what, I got these. I don't have any need for them. Here you go. You take them off my hands." If I auction them off, I'm keeping that damn 8-iron. It stays at home. You get every club but the 8. Sorry.
That drastically.
How much money like you auction them off for somebody gives them to you and they bring $1 million.
Mm-hmm.
And then the guy realizes that you're not going to give him the 8-iron, and he's like, "Okay, I'm only going to give you $600,000."
Thank you for the $600,000. I appreciate it. I'm going to. I'm talking to an investment guy, and I'm going to turn that around, baby.
Man,
now I've got $600,000 and an 8-iron. What do you have?
Exactly.
3 through pitching wedge -8. That way sucks.
Everybody goes, "That guy got those things off of Ben. He didn't get that damn 8-iron.
The good thing,
hell with him."
The good news is, Ben, is like you could probably hit that 8-iron and you'd hit. I mean, it's basically brand new. You'd hit all. You got a whole lot of.
I got a whole lot of face right there.
A whole lot of sculling to do everywhere.
Y'all saw the clubs that we brought, or we did the old club challenge.
Yeah,
and there were some wear areas on those, which I think is hilarious because those are blades, those Spalding blades, and the wear area on those was about the size of a 50-cent piece. And then you look at Tigers and it's the size of a dime.
Oh, it's amazing.
Huge difference.
It's absolutely
Huge
incredible.
Difference.
You know what else is absolutely incredible?
What is it, Kyle?
Literally anything you can buy at Swannies.co. Check them out. Use coupon code DadBodGolfPod -25. New line, new polos, new hats, new everything. Ready for spring. Get ready for summer. Swannies.co. Those guys are awesome, and they've given you a chance to save big. Not one time. Let's say you go see something you like. You want to pop it in the cart. Use coupon code DadBodGolfPod -25. The next weekend, you look, you're like, "Hey, I need a pullover. It was a little chilly." Go use it again. It's unlimited. Love it. Like I said, they've been with us since the beginning. Swannies.co. Check them out. Where the fashion starts. Last thing.
Before you get to that, because we're not too far removed from talking about the Masters and Tiger. At first, it was mentioned that Phil would probably show up for the Champions Dinner. Does he sit that out now?
How about that?
That it has come like where
I don't
journalists
think
are
he's
turning
allowed on
on
the
him
grounds.
going.
I don't think they allow him on the grounds.
You think now that's the case? Because that was not the case at first. And now that everybody's talking about it, I wonder if they've changed their mind. At first, it was like he will not be participating. He will be at the Champions Dinner. Like they did say that at the beginning.
Really?
That was like a week ago, or last Friday, whenever all this stuff, or the Saturday when it came out. Like they were saying he will be in attendance, or he is. I don't know if he said he will be in attendance or said something like he is available to attend, but he will not be participating. So I'm just wondering if he
very different.
Yeah. I'm just wondering if he
goes to the champions dinner, like all the old guys are gonna pull him aside and be like, "Son, what were you thinking?
What were you thinking?
I mean, hey, listen, Ben Crenshaw just chewed my ass. Okay, I don't need it from you too, Mr. Zoller. Okay."
Exactly. No, I mean, every
Mr.
article I've
Zeller.
read.
You said some dumb stuff, Fuzzy. Okay,
Hey,
what's up,
Fuzzy.
Tiger? You remember that? Yeah.
You know what you got to do the next year, Fuzzy? You got to play.
Yeah.
I
You
mean,
want to talk to Tiger about food?
everything that I've seen though and looked and read, they say that Augusta strongly has encouraged him to just not even attend. Period.
Oh, I agree.
So
I don't think
he
Augusta
comes.
says, "Hey, don't play," but see you Tuesday night.
Yeah, for chicken tendies, no, or whatever they have.
Who won last year? Have we seen the menu yet?
Have they released the menu?
Hideki
yet?
won
It's
last
usually a
year.
little bit
Denver-
closer to.
Yeah.
Oh, Hideki. You think Hideki's gonna do chicken tendies? Yeah. Okay.
I just
He may.
said that they're gonna have they'll probably have a kids menu. Just kidding. They won't have a kids.
How
menu.
phenomenal would that be if he had like cheeseburgers? Like that's his favorite meal. That would be so awesome.
Yeah, like
And
Chick-fil-A.
McDonald's is bigger over there.
Yep, it is.
It is. It's huge. It's huge. Yeah. So last thing that we want to talk about, obviously, one of the funner tournaments of the year is going on right now, and it's the Dell Matchplay
Yep.
over at Austin Country Club, which has like become like the GOAT course for match play. It's just so daggum cool. I mean, it looks like, is it just not look like the most fun course?
It looks like an awesome course. It sucks now that we've found out that they don't hardly let anybody out there. That's dumb.
They
So
don't
dumb.
Yeah, you got to like sacrifice your firstborn to go play out there. But like you got the undulations, there's a par
Not
five.
even play, Kyle. Like there's no people in attendance.
Yeah,
Like,
that's true too. Yeah,
very limited. Whenever we talked to Charlie Hoagie, I mean, he was saying it's like super limited because of the people he works with and promotions people that he works with. Like they don't get any tickets, and it's hard. They don't, because remember we were posing the question: does that drivable par 4 turn into 16? Kind of like
and he's like no, because he doesn't think.
Yeah, he said never because they don't let the people out there.
Right,
it's just dumb, so dumb.
Yeah, so the usuals are at the top, undefeated. You got John Rahm, Brooks Koepka 2-0, Dustin Johnson 2-0, and then you got guys like is it Seamus? Is that how they ended up saying
yes.
it? It's Seamus Power. It's not Seamus. It looks like it'd be Seamus, but it's Seamus Power. Tyrrell Hatton, Billy Horschel, who did Billy Horschel win last year, or did he come in second? He won it last year. Yeah, so who
did he beat? Do anybody remember?
That I don't remember. I remember he won.
him.
I remember he won on
doing psycho
17, the par
things.
3.
Was it Gary Woodland? Who did he beat?
He won on 17 on the par 3. I do remember that.
Yeah, but anyway, a lot of the usual suspects are at the top. They'll finish up, I believe, pool play tomorrow.
So the
or
top
today,
two from each pool move forward.
Yeah, which is today actually. So
Yep.
you're listening to this Friday. So they'll finish this up today, and then the weekend will be the tournament where they'll go to like the knockouts where it's just one and done.
Love it. One of my favorite tournaments. Think we ought to have more. Nate said it. I think we ought to have more match play tournaments. This shouldn't be the only one that we have.
Ben, you had some comments about Viktor Hovland.
Oh yeah, Viktor Hovland. I mean, how good does that dude look since he started ironing his clothes? He's a totally different person.
Somebody's got to him.
Somebody's got to him. When we've seen him, when he did interviews before, and he just looks so disheveled, and is even when he gets done with his round, he kind of takes his hat and turns it like up a little bit, and kind of sits it on top of his head, and he's all wrinkled, and his collars are all jacked up over here, and like all in certain directions. And they show him today, and he's like he's in the all black. He was the Black Knight today, in the all black and just sharp, crisp, not a wrinkle on him. And I was like, that dude just got better looking just from ironing his clothes. That's amazing.
It is amazing.
He's a grown up. That's what it is. I texted you guys. I said, he's finally an adult now. Like he's gotten out of the college lifestyle of throwing something on and just going to class and playing golf. He probably had, even with Oklahoma State, there probably was like a team manager that ironed their clothes for him or something. And now that he's traveling with just his caddy's like, I'm not ironing your clothes. So he's finally figured it out and he's good to go. So
I will say,
go ahead.
Listen to these last two shows. Ben can come up with some stuff. I mean, somebody at Oklahoma State that ironed their clothes. Probably whatever Shacker was over that weekend is what I would
tell you
imagine,
what Ben does better than any of us, though. That son of a gun watches golf. Like he is wearing this ESPN Plus thing out.
Yes.
And he helps keep us in line for sure.
I love it.
There was an unbelievable half of a match today.
Mm-hmm.
It was from Keegan Bradley, who there's videos everywhere on Twitter and on all social. Yeah, he was completely in jail. He
pulled a Nate pass shot that was unbelievable.
Slice, cut, punch up to about 2 feet on 18, and it completely shook Adam Scott. Adam
Scott was like 25 yards out off the green.
Had an easy look at birdie to win the match, and he couldn't. And then Keegan.
That's the beauty of match play, Kyle. So Keegan tees off first, blows it dead right.
Yeah.
Adam
highlights everywhere. It's
Adam
really good.
pipes it right down the middle. And so you're sitting there thinking, oh, great, Adam's 25 yards out. And when the camera is behind Keegan Bradley, you're literally sitting there going, when you see where he's hitting it, that was the first question I asked. My wife's sitting over there on the couch, and I said, where the hell is he aiming? I was like, what is he doing? And then he goes under about belt high, goes under these trees.
No, Nate's got that shot.
Swing and cut, uses the hill on the left side of the green that it just trickles
funnels down.
About
almost
2
goes
feet
in
from almost goes in about 2 feet from the pin. Scott, of course, made him putt. He was a little too far. He had to putt it. But Scott made him putt it after Adam Scott, who almost made his birdie putt, even though he had a 25-yard shot and he hit it 15 yards. So he
he hit it halfway there.
Yeah, he laid up from 25 yards out, which was kind of amazing. And then he missed his putt.
Kind of a shot that Ben has.
Yeah, exactly.
I had several times today too.
Yeah.
I got to work on that. I got to work on my wedge game too. So that's going to be going on over the weekend. And then the opposite field event, we got two guys we're watching that they're playing over there in Punta Cana, the Corrales Punta Cana Championship in the Dominican
They have the
Republic.
best name of a hole possible.
What is it called? El Diablo?
The Devil's Elbow.
Oh.
So it's damn close to El Diablo. It's El Diablo's elbow. They should have called it that. That would have rolled off your tongue a whole lot smoother. El Diablo's elbow.
We got Duffner and Dom Bazzelli are playing in this event. And both of them shot 2 under yesterday. So they are 4 shots back. They both need this pretty badly. So they're looking good. They're in the clear right now. If they shoot about the same tomorrow, they're going to be well inside the cut, and those extremely valuable points for Duff and Dom. I'm not really sure.
We got to get Duff back to like the U.S. Open, and the reason we do is because he's that guy that he's always going to hover around par, which will bode well for him at like an Open. And so we got to get him enough points so Duff can get back in the U.S. Open.
Yeah, I'm not sure if Dom Monday qualified or how Dom got into this, or if he got an exemption or something, because I think he was pretty much on like Corn Ferry status. But good for both of them. Both live in the same town that we live in, so see them every now and then. Wishing them the best of luck. Finish out the weekend. Maybe we'll get him on the show sometime. Dom said he would come on. We need to get Dom on. So
hey Dom.
Yeah, hey Dom, give us a shout out, bub.
Hit that email.
Hit us in the DMs. But yeah, that's going to be it for tonight. Y'all have a great weekend. I hope it's going to be beautiful in a lot of places. Go play some golf. And then
watch the match play.
Watch the match play. Go play some golf. Tell us about it. Send us pictures. Tag us on Instagram. Tag us on Twitter. Or go buy a car. You may have your tax refund. You ready to go? Drop it. Get you a new ride. Upgrade. If that's the case, give a shout Airport Motors, Nate Pass. And
they got a real good looking Lexus out there. Nate Pass will be more than happy to put you in it. It's only got 31,000 miles on it, and it's only 2 owners. It will be a great vehicle for you to be in.
51,000 miles, but
51,000
still be a great vehicle for you to be in. Smells like smoking hot wife in there.
Oh man, that's amazing. That's amazing. Appreciate it, guys. Great week. Another fun week. Awesome. A lot of growth on the YouTube page. Go subscribe. Like, tell a friend to subscribe. We've eclipsed 100 subscribers. We got a long way to go. So tell a friend about the YouTube page. Share the YouTube page. That'd be appreciated as well. Get it out there. You get a lot of fun stuff. You get to see us react to each other. It's a lot easier to see sometimes what's going on than it is to kind of hear and figure out what's happening. So
it is Nate's Christmas tree. Big fan.
It's still there. It is still there.
Listen, we're moving out of this house in like a month, so I'm planning on it coming down then.
And going straight to the garbage. No, maybe not. No, but thanks again, guys. Episode 155 brought to you by BetOnline, the Dadbod Golf Pod.
Always.